All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Oi the Podcast, Week 8.
Oi,
Yeah. Oi.
Oi.
We're back, baby.
8 is a big deal. Javi, tell us why Week 8's a big deal.
Yeah, I feel like this
Because 90% of podcasts don't even make it to episode 7, or they stop at episode 7. So the fact that we even made it to episode 8, we're already better than 90% of podcasts out there. So
Let's go.
So we're making history.
Javi keeps that stat on the daily. Like that is so true to him. He's got it tattooed right across his arm here.
So this is the
Made
last
history,
episode, right?
baby.
This is it. Yeah, we made it.
It's a wrap.
We're not a statistic.
We
We
did
made
it.
it past the hump.
We're in top 10%.
That's a big deal. Yeah, that's a big deal, man.
History,
Oi.
baby. That's
All
history.
right. I've a little off topic. I've been watching Ted Lasso recently, and man,
Oh,
they
so
say
good.
"oi" so much
Of
in that
course.
show.
It's just
'Cause-
like it's just like drinking water to them. It's just natural.
It's like, hey, no, oi.
Oi. Oi.
We
Oi.
were in unison for that first one.
It's all harmonizing.
But yeah, so last week we did some TV dramas,
Ooh.
and one of those TV dramas created a little surprise for Javi this week.
Yes. A little come to Jesus meeting for Javi.
Even
I
though
have
Javi
no
tried his
idea.
best, to talk down my show.
Oh my
It
gosh.
inspired my other co-host here to jump on in, and he's already in a week or 2 weeks made
Yes.
it through how many seasons?
So I just started season 7
Oh, okay.
today. I am burning
What?
through this show. Shameless is a great show. Highly recommend.
That's what I'm
I
telling you.
know Javi
Let's
wasn't the biggest fan of
go.
it, but I will say that it's a good show on Ben's recommendation, and I think it's got a lot going for it. A great cast. So
Oh,
I
such
think
good
I
cast.
got to give it my recommendation to anyone out there. I think it is very good.
Yeah. Now
So
try
you
it
saw
again, Javi.
7 seasons in a few weeks?
Hey, don't wait. Why you say that like it's a bad thing? Are you trying to put me on blast?
No, that's super impressive. That's amazing. Are
Yes,
there
I watched-
hour-long episodes, right?
Hey, you're making it worse, man. Come on. My
Dude,
God.
that's amazing.
Don't
No,
worry
that's
about how
impressive.
long
Don't
they
worry.
are.
Hey,
That's
don't worry
awesome.
about it.
Don't worry about it. But yes, I
Wow.
did.
That's awesome.
The
Hey, I'm
man,
glad
the
you
myth, the
enjoyed it, man.
legend.
I'm glad you guys have that. You guys can keep it. So
Just give it another chance. Give it another chance. Once you finish the other
Maybe
25
one day.
shows, we
There's
suggest.
so
he's
many
got
things
he's
I have
got
to
such a
watch.
long he's got such a long list of stuff. Yeah.
so many things.
It wasn't too much news this week, honestly. So
Well, actually, did you see all the HBO Max news?
oh, I did
That
not
was the one
miss
thing.
that
So
memo.
HBO Max is now going to be called Max, and it's combining with Discovery Plus. So
Wow.
Discovery Channel.
well, like they're all owned by
Okay.
Warner Brothers. I saw someone
Discovery Plus.
someone had a good quote. It's like now after watching Game of Thrones, you can watch 90 Day Fiance. So it's all in the same place now. But yeah, they're changing into Max. They got a bunch of other things announced. I wish I wrote them down. But one of the big things is that they're doing like a multi-year long Harry Potter reboot as a series.
Okay,
So pretty,
yeah, I
pretty
saw
big
that.
deal. It's a
That's
whole
pretty
new
cool.
cast, a whole. I guess they're just doing every single book, like they did from the movies, just as a series now. So
8 seasons or 7 seasons. I guess?
exactly, yeah. So people were saying like I think I read it's like a decade long, which is just kind of
wow.
a crazy thing to just commit to, especially. I mean, again,
That's nuts.
Harry Potter's such a big property. It's gonna
No,
gonna
it'll
do
get-
numbers
yeah.
regardless. It just I'm curious to see, depending how good or bad it is, if it's bad, how long it actually goes. Because I will say, like Star Wars fans and like any big properties fans, the Harry Potter fans can be very direct with how they
Yeah.
feel about stuff, and
Yeah.
they'll let you know. So if they do something you don't like, it could destroy it. So I'm curious to see how that goes. But that's the one thing I remember seeing this week that got my attention.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
You know what?
Very big news.
That's crazy. I've been wondering. I know they came out with a few movies after the original 7, but Harry Potter is such a huge IP, has such
Yeah.
a big fan base. I was waiting for them to come out with, a show,
Well, they made
a show, or
They made the
or,
Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
But
what I was
then
talking
there were
about.
some
Those few
cast
movies.
issues and
Yeah, Johnny Depp,
only
the
did
whole
first
yeah,
one and
because of this
and-
whole thing. with
And the
with
game.
Amber Heard.
The game Hogwarts Legacy, which I've been
Oh
playing.
yeah, that's right.
As
I gotta play that.
Not a Harry Potter fan at all, and when I say that, I just never watched them. I was not allowed to watch them growing up.
Yeah, that was me.
So, you know how it is. It's witchcraft. You gotta stay away from it.
How dare
It's
you.
gonna corrupt you. So
There's no
I never,
Satan in this house.
I never got into it. So I had no exposure to it, and I have a buddy who's the biggest Harry Potter fan. And he talked me into getting the game and showed me clips and kind of people talking about it. And it looked really good, and it's awesome. So I'm kind of into the series now. I need to watch all the movies. That's
So
that's
you
one
still
of my
haven't seen
Oh.
them.
no. I need to
man.
go. I need to watch.
You got to.
I need to watch all of them, and then I guess whenever the series comes out, break into the series. But yeah, no, I am a newly appointed Harry Potter franchise fan. Yeah.
Don't tell my mom,
Yeah.
but Faith and I watched it in October.
Ben.
I know.
Oh
we
my
binged them all.
gosh.
Shout out
Not
to
good.
Kevin and Emily.
Shout out
some-
Kevin M.
Some of the fan, or at least Kevin's a fan. I'll be
Shout
like,
out
"Hey,
Kevin
Kevin,
M.
can you play Apex, bro?" He's like, "Yeah, but I'll be on my PS4, so it might take me a minute because Emily's playing Hogwarts." Like,
every week,
that's
every
awesome.
day, he's like, "Yeah, my wife's playing Hogwarts. I can't play on
That's
my PS5."
awesome. Watch,
So
he's
awesome.
gonna gift her a PS4 for her birthday, Christmas. It's like a really like a slutto. Hey, listen, can you not play my system anymore?
yeah, this
So
is
wild,
communism.
bro.
This is our
See,
system.
it worked out well for me and Sarah because Sarah plays Animal Crossing a lot, not as much anymore, and that was on the Switch, and I have my PlayStation, so we never worried about crossing wires, so we're good.
That's so funny. But I mean, it's
That's
okay because he
hilarious.
has both. You know, and
Yeah, so he's covered. Yeah.
yeah, so I do think that's cool that we kind of, or not he, but Hogwarts kind of turned Emily into a gamer.
That's so funny. That's all it takes.
Literally.
It takes the right property to get people into it.
Shout out to those goats.
Shout out.
But other
I
than
wonder if
that,
she'll venture out.
Oh, you got to figure that she will. So get.
she'll
you
get on
know,
Apex
hooked in.
next.
Yeah. Oh, God,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, she's playing Call of Duty now.
Kevin
Kevin walks in, she's playing Call of Duty. Yeah.
playing in Kevin's sweaty Apex lobbies.
Oh my gosh. Real quick, did you guys see the Barbie trailer?
Oh,
Oh,
I
that's
did.
right. Yes.
Hey Barbie. Hey Barbie.
So
Yeah, I can.
Again.
you know what's funny? I don't know. I know we'll talk about it later with Super Mario, but what's funny is, you go into that bunch of kids in this movie and they play that trailer doing that movie, and they have the scene where you have Simu Liu and Ryan Gosling going back and forth just saying, are you on this beach? Yeah, I'm on this beach. You better get off. I'm about to beat you off. No, I'm gonna beat you off. I'll beat off everybody in here. And they play that before the Super Mario movie with all these kids.
Yeah.
Dude, I felt so awkward in there because you have all these little children dressed up as Mario and Luigi, hearing these guys talking about beaching each other off.
What is my problem? Why didn't I wear my Mario outfit?
Oh, that's right. You do have both
you
of you
do
have
have
one.
I didn't
Oh.
even think about
even
that.
know
What a
Oh,
missed
bro.
opportunity.
Dang, I gotta go
man.
see it again.
What a missed opportunity. Oh, yes. I didn't even think about it. You said that. What a missed
That's so
opportunity,
funny.
man.
Man, I'm mad at myself now.
Yeah. For
I
context,
honestly-
me and Ben were Mario and Luigi a
At
few
work,
years
we
ago
worked
for
together
Halloween.
briefly.
Yeah.
Oh man,
good.
if I still
Your
lived there, we
TikTok
would
was
have went
so good.
together.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, what kind of idiot comes to work dressed as Mario?
Oh,
and he
yeah.
turns the camera and he's Luigi. So good.
Oh my gosh.
Another thing that happened is there's a new show on Netflix called Beef.
Yes.
I know we haven't ventured into it yet, but
praise.
it's got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, which is, listen, I feel like every show starts off like that, but of course, like a day after it comes out, it gets, the number becomes a little more realistic and
I
it gets
checked
affected.
today, it's still
and
there.
the fact that it's still up there says a lot for
Wow.
it. My wife and I we're getting through The Walking Dead right now, so we're just about to finish it
Oh,
here.
yeah.
So that's kind of, I think, the next thing we're gonna watch, just because
Keeping
it has
Steven Yeun.
because it has Stevie Young. We love him. So,
Yeah.
but no, it looks
Learning.
really interesting. It looks really good. It's an A24 show, right? Isn't that the big
I
draw?
believe so.
I think that's what people are talking about. Like, I think I don't know if it's their first series, but it's a series that they've done, which A24 is usually really, really solid with their releases. So,
Yeah.
no, I'm looking forward to watching it.
Such a fun style.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you seen their special deluxe like movies? Like the ones
I
they
have.
sell. Oh my
Yes,
gosh,
I
they're so
have. They
nice.
always go all out, man.
I don't know how much
yeah,
they cost.
It's really, I know they're expensive for the ones I've seen. Like
They
especially
look
once
expensive.
once they hit eBay, the price tends to go up.
Oh yeah, I know. eBay's the worst. Been dealing with some eBay salespeople myself
Oh,
recently.
it gets man, it gets nasty out there.
How's the
Steelbooks.
Steelbook collection? Man?
I just got one more to go.
Expensive, very pricey.
If you see me missing an arm, you know what happened. No, but and then other than that, we really wanted to this week. We wanted to just talk about some of the more recent movies that came out
Yes.
because we kind of just like maybe came and gave it a quick rating and then
Theaters are heating up. You
Yeah.
guys, we're
Yeah.
getting close to summer. There's a lot of stuff coming out that have already come out that have
Yeah.
been killing it.
yeah.
So awesome
Yeah.
to see.
After this last month, I've
yeah.
seen so many movies that
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the stupid pass where I just pay subscriptions.
Yeah,
That way I can just go for free. Oh, you don't want to see this one, honey? That's okay.
yeah. I'll go myself.
I'll
Yeah,
go
Good
by
idea.
myself.
it's prepaid for. I'm good for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
So I think we're gonna start with Creed 3.
Yes.
Which
Come
we've
on.
all seen.
Yes.
Shout out to us.
Great film, man. I love that series.
Oh, me too.
Love that
Oh, yeah.
series. Not even talking about how good Rocky is on its own. As its own sports trilogy, it's up there with the greats, man.
Oh, yeah.
You can't deny it. And the fact that this came out, this was Michael B. Jordan that directed this third one,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
the
sir.
fact that he came out and did this and kept it so true to form and so consistent without Sylvester Stallone. That's a huge milestone. Now I did feel it was missing that, of course. So I
Yeah.
hope for the next one or whatever they do next that he comes back. I know there's some behind the scenes drama, so I hope that he comes back for it.
I
Yeah.
saw that he thought it was too dark. Did you guys think
Oh, I
it
didn't
was
see
dark?
that.
I honestly
He just
after
didn't-
watching
It's
Yeah.
a box. I mean, to me, it's a boxing
He didn't
movie
like
about.
the storyline.
I mean, I can see it being like dark, but I don't think it's for that. I don't think it's too dark. I mean,
didn't
maybe
think it
compared
was-
to like the Rocky movies, but I mean, it's a whole different thing. And this guy's out of jail. He feels wronged, so of course it's gonna be dark. Yeah.
I guess. But see, I guess I just think dark differently. I just thought this for like what it was. Like I don't even. It wasn't rated R, was it?
No, I don't think any of them
PG-13.
are.
You
They're
know,
all
and so I
PG-13.
still
Yeah.
thought it was a standard
Yeah.
fight movie. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's as dark as literally Ivan Drago killing Apollo
talk about
Creed.
that, yeah.
I mean, okay,
Yeah.
this is too dark, but that guy
Yeah,
died.
that's a little different. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, but it's fine. And I think it's the wannabe Philadelphian in me.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh
strong
gosh,
in you.
here we
It's
go.
very strong
But
in
I
you.
love anything
in your
related
blood.
to Rocky.
Yeah.
And so I love. Oh man, it was so good. And the scene, the
So
fight scene
awesome.
in the end.
Oh
Is
yeah.
that not
talk
the
about it.
greatest boxing scene in any of the,
Oh,
in any
yes.
boxing movie?
Uh-huh.
As
It
a
was.
huge anime fan, and I know they talked about this, so it's not like something that I spotted. They
Yeah,
talked
yeah.
about it.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan.
But Michael B. Jordan is a huge anime guy. So the fact that you saw all these homages to anime, there were so many things I noticed watching the movie, and he did such a good job, showing you what it was. Because when I saw it on screen, I noticed I'm like, I've seen that before. I know exactly where that's from. That is awesome. You got a little bit of elements of DBZ, which I'm always a big fan of. So just so cool, man. It was also a really fresh take. I mean, I don't think they've had any fight scenes that turned out like that, where
Yeah.
it was so cinematic in the sense
Yeah.
where like the crowd disappears. That's kind of different for that franchise, but it worked. You
Oh,
know,
it was so good. It was so much more emotional.
Yeah.
Really pulled you in.
Have you seen
that
all?
was
Have,
my favorite
have
part.
you seen all three, Javi?
Yes, I've seen all three.
Okay,
Creeds.
okay.
And that was my favorite part in the final fight where the crowd disappears, man.
Oh.
And because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Like when
Yeah,
you're
it's
a
you and
fighter,
me.
you literally you have to block out everything that's going on around you. It's just
Yeah.
you and your opponent, and that's it. So the fact that they take out the crowd and they show how these two fighters are just so focused on each other, and the slow motion hits, and like you said, the anime references, and man, bro, I loved the sound design in this movie was so awesome. Every punch felt so like, man, you could like feel it in the
Yeah.
theater, bro. Every single punch. I'll say Creed 3 is my favorite boxing movie of all time. I think it's the best
Wow,
boxing
that's all-
movie
hey,
of all time.
it's
I
hard to
loved
argue
it,
with you.
enjoyed it. It had heart. It had emotional moments. I like the story, how he kind of grew up with this guy, you know, and then he comes back and he becomes his enemy. In the end, they kind of, you know, make up, which is cool, and I liked that they showed that as well. But you know, I had family, man, and those fight scenes were the best fight scenes I've seen in any boxing movie ever.
Oh yeah, no,
I loved Creed 3 for sure.
And it was so well paced. Like, it was a short movie. I think it was like an hour and 40 minutes.
Was
like,
it short? I'm trying to remember how long
it
it
might have been
Only?
right at an
Really?
hour and 50
Wow.
something minutes. But yeah, it wasn't even 2 hours. Every other Creed movie is like 2.5.
Wow.
It didn't act because it didn't feel like long or it didn't drag on at all. No, it was great,
went
man.
straight to the
Great.
punch.
Yeah, straight to, oh no. Oh, that's it.
Nice.
This is why podcasts finish after 7 episodes. Man.
It's okay because now it's the 8th one, boys. We made it. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah. Now we can really we can take
Unhinged.
yeah. Now that
my
we
gosh.
suckered them in, we can be ourselves now. Yeah.
That's
You
awesome.
will finally know who we are.
Well, what did you guys rate Creed 3? Did we already rate it?
I think it's easily at least 8.5, if not even
I think
more than
actually
that.
I
It might
had
be a
it.
9.
I had it at 8 or 8.5. I'm trying to think. I always think back to what my Letterboxd score was, and I think it was.
Just
I
double
think
it.
I did 4. It was either 4 or 4.5. Yeah, and I doubled it. Yeah, so it was either 4
Yeah.
or 4.5, something like that, which is pretty consistent with all the other creeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's universally agreed that the first and the third were the best ones. I
Yeah.
think the
Yeah.
second one is definitely
Yeah.
the weakest link. They're all great.
They're all great. No, but yeah,
You know?
one's got to be the low. You know, one's got to
Exactly.
be the bottom one. So I think I think I probably put 2, and I really
This
liked
one
2.
might have
Yeah.
been my favorite, but the first one's
Yeah.
so good though.
Yeah, I'm
It's
excited
hard
what
to
they do
decide.
next. I'm excited what they do next.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
me too.
I'd give this one a 9. The first one was like an 8, and the second one was like a 7.5. They were all great, honestly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this one was
No, I like
by
that.
far my favorite.
You like that?
I
It was
like
so
that.
good.
I like that, bro. I like that. Now, unfortunately, Javi hasn't seen this one. But we don't even know if he's seen the last one. But in case y'all didn't know,
Still undecided. Yeah.
undecided, yeah. In case y'all didn't know, one of the best action franchises of all time released a
Come
fourth
on.
movie,
Talk
John
about
Wick
it.
4. I mean, the man says
Wiki.
like 50 words,
Oh my god.
and that's all it takes.
That's
you know,
all. That's
yeah.
all he needs to do, man. He's,
Okay.
His actions speak for him.
That's it.
They I know
have
I know
any
we
dialogue.
hit I knew we hit on it last time, but they have no right to create a franchise out of nothing and improve every single time with every outing. It has a bigger budget every time. Each new movie had a bigger budget. Each new movie made more money,
Wow.
and they kept upping the ante. They kept
Yep.
keeping it fresh, and that's not fair.
Yep.
This is like this doesn't work.
When's the fourth movie just as good, if not better, than the other
Yes,
three?
like
You know?
sequels
That
don't
is-
get better.
yeah.
This is not how it's
That
supposed to
never
work. Where
happens.
the series just gets better and better. And again, with a leading character who says barely any words, so he has to be supported by just the actions, by the supporting cast, and everyone just kills it. I'm still to this day, I still think it's my like the best action film I've ever seen.
The fourth one is?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's actually what I was going to ask you, because we saw it together, and he walked out, and he's like, this is the best action movie I've ever seen.
Dude.
And I'm like, okay, recency, bro. Recency
Yeah,
bias.
exactly. So I had to
And so
sit
I
on,
was
I had to sit
I was
on
gonna
it.
ask you, but you already went and said. You still think so?
I still feel that way. I feel like nothing has ever made me feel the way that this movie did, just with the action and what it was able to
So good.
accomplish.
No, the story was great.
All the story. I love the story.
Yeah.
I love the set pieces. Again, the fact that in this day and age you have an action film
I think I
that
cried.
does something. Yeah, I know, and I could understand that. You know,
You
it
didn't
just,
cry.
it's just.
I'm bro, Javi, I cry in
Javi
everything now,
Javi
bro.
doesn't know. He hasn't even seen the third one. He doesn't know.
You don't know. You
But
don't get it, bro.
it's just it's crazy that they can come out and still to this day drop something that's so fresh and with the same characters and the same kind of style. Yeah, same
you know,
concept.
murder everyone by
It's
overkill.
it's still John Wick with a gun killing a bunch of people, and they kept and the fact is that at this point he's killed like thousands of people on screen, and they still keep it fun and they still keep it fresh, just with the new cast. Donnie Yen, God's gift to martial arts, is dropped in this movie, and he is just as good as he ever is. We
So
love
good.
we love Donnie Yen. So I just can't say enough good things about it. It's a masterpiece for me.
After 3 movies where
insane.
Keanu just murders everyone
Yes.
over and over, you'd think, okay, what more can they do? And
Most
then you
of those series
watch
go
it,
bad, yeah.
and
Most
then
of
you
them make
watch
it
the
worse.
4th one, and you're like, oh, they can do that.
Yeah.
That was new. That was cool.
Makes
Wow.
no sense. Oh, and that overhead shot.
The overhead shot in the house. I mean,
Oh,
come
yeah.
on.
I've
And-
actually
and-
seen that on TikTok.
Oh,
a
you
few
have?
times.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know
I'll
what's-
scrolling and it just shows up, and I'm like, oh, that looks cool.
You know what's so cool is that I feel like you can tell this whole team gets like more and more comfortable after each movie, and they get and they feel more comfortable taking bigger risks. So they do something like that, which is just such a crazy take. Where,
That
where it's
looks
almost it's like a
amazing.
one take kind of thing, overhead shot, so many moving pieces at once.
Looks like a video
It
game.
works, man. It
Looks so
works
cool.
so well. I love it so much. I love Keanu Reeves. I love John Wick. I love the team behind it. God bless him. Just
Now,
so good.
When I say he says 50 words, I mean like literal words.
Oh,
Some of those
yeah.
words he uses more than once.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's got over 50 lines.
Yeah.
But, like, okay, I see them. Or something like that. He'll say those same words a few times.
Yeah, hit you with the okay. Yeah. Just
Yeah.
just
That was so good. He
Is
said
it?
it just like him.
Oh, thank you.
At least like the way it felt.
I didn't know how that was gonna be received. Good. I wanted to overtake the aura.
Do not give this guy
He just
a gun.
he speaks to me. He speaks through me. I'm just a vessel for John Wick. Okay.
I'm a vessel.
And then another movie came out recently. I think I saw it either right before or right after John Wick 4, like literally
Wait,
next week.
before you go to that, Ben, I want to
Oh.
ask you guys a question. Since you guys just saw John Wick 4, this is a quick, a little premature. Javi's got to ask. I want to see who comes out of a room if you got. Let's see.
Oh no.
Okay, in this room you got John Wick, you got James Bond, and you got Jason Bourne. Who's coming out of the room?
It's actually really simple.
Okay, first off, I feel like it's gonna be an easy answer. Which James Bond?
Daniel Craig for sure.
Danny Craig. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
It's real simple for one reason.
Come on, man.
They don't have the suit.
Okay.
John Wick's suit is
The
bulletproof.
John Wick bulletproof.
So okay,
So he's gonna-
so let's
no,
say
I think
that they're all
James
just
Bond has
they're all just in their boxers.
Yeah.
So-
Another
it's just
story.
fists. It's just fists. No guns.
All right,
just
no
fists.
guns.
Just
okay.
fists.
Just fists.
James
Man.
Bond, Jason Bourne, John Wick. They're in a room. Who's coming out alive?
With just fists, man. I feel like
John Wick's hair's too long.
I will. I will say I'm well. Okay, hold on. I won't even say anything. Let's do it again.
You wanna answer at the same
Let's
time?
just pick it on 3.
Give me a
wait,
second.
Give me a second. I'm about to say something. Give me a second.
I don't think we're gonna agree this time.
With just fists, man.
I think
All
I
right.
have my answer.
I
But
have
you guys
mine.
go ahead.
I'm ready.
have
I'm
mine.
You
ready.
guys go
ready?
ahead.
All right.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Jason Bourne.
Oh wow!
Wow, that's crazy.
Why-
I actually thought I was gonna be alone on that
That's
one.
awesome. Why? Why do you say that?
See, for me, I feel like they've made Jason Bourne almost like superhuman,
Yeah.
where how he
Yeah.
is in the movies. And I feel like if John Wick has a gun, and if they both have guns, I think John Wick clears.
yeah.
But I think hand to hand, I feel
Yeah.
like Jason Bourne is just like, again, he's like almost superhuman. It's
Yeah,
like
'cause-
it's like fighting Captain America
Yeah,
almost,
he was pre-made to murder people.
Yeah, so
you know?
I feel like
these
he-
other
he
guys
would
have
win, yeah,
lives,
yeah.
beautiful women. I mean, I guess he kind of gets
Yeah.
a woman too, but at its core, Jason Bourne is another breed. Now I'm
'Cause-
talking Matt Damon's. I love Jeremy Renner.
No,
but I'm
no,
talking
Matt Damon.
Damon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jeremy Renner didn't even happen. It's Matt Damon. Yeah,
That's funny. I kind of had the thought. If it's guns, I think John Wick gets most of his kills with guns. He's a beast
yeah.
All
with
of his
guns,
kills,
with
bro.
That's
pistols.
his
Like
Except for the
they're-
pencil and a.
that's
so
his thing. Yeah.
With guns, it's a different story. But yeah, hand-to-hand combat, I gotta take James Bond. Or
Oh, yeah.
Jason
Although I
Bourne,
will
so.
say, I think John Wick has both of them in reach and height. And maybe that doesn't
Does he?
matter, but I think he's like 6'3".
Is he that tall? God.
I don't know. I think I gotta go. James
They make
Bond.
John
I'm
Wick in
kinda-
the movies look so Let me
Okay,
say
yeah.
that. I don't know if Keanu's that
Yeah.
tall, but they make he's taller than everybody except
Yeah.
Boban.
Yeah.
Boban.
Boban.
Boban. All right, Boban's in the room. Adam.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, John
man.
Wick kills Boban without a gun.
yeah, with a book.
With a book.
Yeah.
All right, that was good.
What
That
a
was good.
franchise. What a franchise.
Go ahead, Ben. What's next?
So I'm the only one that saw this movie,
Yes.
and man, I am glad I saw it.
I'm excited.
Oh man, it was so much fun. D&D, Dungeons and Dragons.
I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Let's
I
go.
mean, I went in there with good high expectations because it had like a great score, and
Yeah,
I watched this
really?
movie. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Chris Pine is so charismatic.
Come on.
Michelle Rodriguez,
Yeah.
she is the best homie, and there are a couple cameos with Michelle Rodriguez. She plays such a good bro. Like her and Chris Pine's bromance is my favorite thing. It's so good. It was so funny. You know, I mean, there were some things like technically Chris Pine's character is supposed to have spells, but he doesn't cast spells. But
Oh,
he's
really?
supposed to be able to do
okay.
that. But that's
Yeah.
like D&D lore problems with it, you know. And also, why are they all humans? Okay, but that's beside the point, you know. But other than that, that movie, it was funny. Like the jokes actually, they had a lot of jokes, and most of them hit. It was
Nice.
funny. You know, Thor: Love and Thunder, take notes for Thor 5
Oh,
because
gosh.
you're gonna make one.
Please.
Yeah.
You know, go back to basics because it was a good one. It was a good story. It was fun. It was inspiring. There were actually things at stake.
Yeah.
You know, and you really felt invested into the film, and I think it's probably one of my like more recent favorite adventure films. I feel like they don't
Wow.
do
That's
too many.
big.
Well, I don't think they do too many of them anymore as like they used to.
Yeah, it's a little different nowadays.
You know,
yeah.
if it's not a Marvel adventure film,
Exactly.
which you could kind of, I guess, call Marvel
Yeah.
movies adventure films, but I
Yeah,
wasn't
at
doing
least
that.
elements of it.
You know, like a standalone film about a squad having a good time,
Yeah.
going on missions, getting caught, you know, running into every possible bad outcome. It was great.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
Dude.
Chris Pine was so good. I honestly, after watching it, I was like, man, maybe I had Chris Pine too low.
Oh, you gotta readjust it.
But then
Dude,
I'm like, I don't know.
I was about to ask you that. Does this move Chris Pine up your rankings? He's good. He's charismatic. He's a cool guy. Like
yeah. Yeah.
Star Trek, Wonder Woman. I mean, now that like in everything I've seen, I like Chris Pine. Honestly, He's
And
cool.
they showed one of the best scenes in the movie in the trailer, and even
Is that
still,
with the
The
skeleton.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
But
That was
even
good.
with seeing the trailer, they expanded on it, and it was still great.
Oh,
That was
that's
good.
awesome.
I'll give him that. That was a good
That's-
scene from what I
yeah.
saw. Yeah, that was
And
good.
it got even better.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping, because I remember when I told you guys about that scene. I think I sent it to you guys. Like as soon as I saw that scene, I laughed out loud. I was like, "Wow, that was really funny."
Yeah,
so
that was
I
good.
hope when I go to watch it, they do more stuff like that, where it's like they're playing the game. They're like, "Okay, you have 5 moves to do this or that." So I hope there's some more of that, because that just like. As me and Ben have actually played D&D, so I want to see some of that incorporated in a movie.
No, I
Like,
love that. Yeah.
That's like I'm excited to see it. for
It was
real.
so much fun. Highly recommend. Give it a chance.
No, I
know.
need to. I want to watch. I do.
And I mean, it's not like gonna win an Oscar or anything, but as a fun,
Yeah.
laugh your ass off kind of
Yeah.
movie, it was very good. I was laughing
That's
the whole
awesome.
time.
Come on.
Shout out
That's
to
awesome.
Pat. Went to saw it with my old coworker
Let me
Pat.
see.
Shout out to Pat. That's
Um,
awesome.
Yeah. And then
What would you rate it, Ben?
I think it's an easy 8.
Okay.
Wow. Oh, higher than I thought you would. Okay. Wow.
Nice.
That's a high praise, man. Real high praise. Love
You
it.
know,
That's good. So you thought it was great. Yeah, yeah. That's awesome.
it did what it was supposed to. It
Yeah.
was fun. It was funny. You know, I was entertained the whole time.
And it had a good enough,
it wasn't
good
too
enough
long.
story.
Yeah.
The story was good enough.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously it was kind of predictable. So if anybody
Yeah.
wants to crucify me for my 8, yeah, of course you can kind of tell where the movie's gonna go.
I
but
mean,
let it go there.
I just looked it up on Rotten Tomatoes. It still has a 90 critic score and a 93
That's impressive.
audience score.
That's
like
impressive, man.
both
That's
over
high.
90s. Not a lot of movies have that.
No,
That's
man.
really, really
Not-
impressive.
A lot of movies don't ever get. They would love for that. Especially for critics and for audience degree.
That's
That doesn't happen.
Yeah, so they're
super
obviously going to
impressive.
make a sequel. Hopefully it
Oh
can be good.
yeah, of course. I
Hopefully it's
wonder.
good.
Javi, how's it doing in the box office right now? How much has it made? I'm curious
question.
if it's because that's the answer. Right, that'll tell you if it's gonna get another one.
Yeah, but like I said,
If you go to the Wikipedia page and scroll down, it'll tell you. I know that because I'm always looking at box office numbers.
Chris Pine and Michelle Rodriguez were so good, and their little sorcerer friend, I can't remember the actor's name or the character's name on the top of my head.
Is it Jordan
I couldn't tell
Justice Smith or something? I'm trying to
Maybe.
think.
Actually, now you say
yeah,
that.
I'm trying to remember the kid's name.
you. But he also so fun, so much fun to watch his
Nah,
development.
it's one I definitely want to see for sure.
Yep. Now, Javi went and saw a movie that we haven't seen.
I know.
I mean,
Real quick,
when does that happen?
127 million. Real quick.
That's
That's in 2 weeks.
That's the box office.
2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is honestly not very good.
How much was it made for?
The budget is 150.
And you can probably double that with marketing is how they usually do it. So that's like 300 million is what the probably all in is. And when was it released?
Like 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks
March
ago.
10th.
Wait, March 10th?
Well, no. March 31st. March 31st.
So it's
March
been
2
yeah.
weeks.
So,
It's been
so
2
yeah.
weeks.
It's-
It might catch up,
that's
but-
gonna be
Dang.
interesting.
Is that domestic or is that
It's
worldwide?
gonna need
that's
need
probably
some more.
total.
It just says box office, so I believe that's total.
That's probably
Yeah.
total. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's gonna need a pop. Yeah, because
That's
that's
unfortunate.
because they're yeah.
I mean,
That's
honestly, I'm not super surprised. I feel like the average
yeah,
the
it's-
average person is
no.
gonna see that and they're gonna be like, no, I'd rather watch
Yeah.
something else, you know. So that kind of it's
a lot of
unfortunate.
people are gonna see the name unfortunately and automatically,
Yeah.
especially the casuals that don't like go out and watch movie trailers. They're gonna just see the name and just be like, Dungeons and Dragons, isn't that game that kids played in the 70s? You know,
Yeah.
in the basement. I don't care. I don't
Yeah.
care about that. I
Damn.
feel like that's what you're gonna run into. So that's sad. Yeah,
It's
that doesn't
disappointing
seem too good.
because with
Yeah.
the high praise it's getting, I'm hoping to see.
Well, the high
more,
praise,
you know?
and it's not a remake,
Oh, nice. Yeah.
and it's an
Yeah.
original idea. You know, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
like I said, the storyline's a little predictable,
Yeah.
but it's still not a remake. I feel like that
Yeah.
matters. Go watch movies that
Yeah,
aren't remakes.
Exactly. It's important.
Because I'm
Yes.
tired of remakes.
That's important, man. No, you got to support them.
Sorry, guys.
Yep.
I need to breathe.
All right, Javi, tell us what you thought about Air, which is one I really want to
Oh
see.
my
Look,
gosh,
the
man!
cast looks
That
so
movie
great.
was
Yeah, the
so
cast.
awesome, bro.
Moneyball vibes.
Yeah, that's what I text you guys immediately
Yeah.
after I saw Air. I was like, man, this gave me Moneyball vibes. Like
That's a
just-
good thing. That's a really good thing.
Moneyball is one of my favorite sports movies. I
Yes.
love that
Yeah,
movie.
you showed it to me for the
Jonah
first time.
So good.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Dude,
really?
like
That's one
dude,
of the movies during COVID we watched over PS4 party.
Nice. Yeah, that
So
movie
good.
is so rewatchable
Yeah.
for me. I love Moneyball. Just a quick Moneyball shout out. Like, it's so good. Jonah Hill, Brad Pitt. I mean, it tells a true story. It's
Love
a
Brad
really
Pitt.
cool story. And the acting and the oh my
I
gosh. every part of
rewatch
that
those
movie.
scenes. I rewatch those scenes on YouTube so much. I'll get in a hole and I'll see a clip on TikTok and I'll go.
Yes.
All right, I gotta go watch all the scenes again. I'll go on YouTube. It's so good, man.
And it's just
I've
like
been watching this. They've been coming up on my TikTok
Yeah, it's
so
so
much
good. Yep.
lately.
Yeah.
And
the
I've
the
been enjoying
writing
it.
and the acting is so good because it's not like it's some big action movie that you want to
No.
watch over and over again. It's literally it'll be two guys in an office and
Yeah.
you're locked in because of the writing and the acting and the story, the plot. It's like
Yeah.
that movie's so good. Like
Yeah.
to make a movie like that so interesting and so good is already impressive. But man, I saw Air. And I loved Air, man. It definitely gave me Moneyball vibes. It has a really awesome story. There was a lot of
love it.
things about Jordan and his deal with Nike and a lot of things that I learned for the first time and I didn't know about. So I don't want to spoil it for you guys. But so that was really cool. I love Ben Affleck. Chris Tucker was
Yes.
he was a standout for me. He was really funny. Every scene he was in, I was dying laughing. Matt Damon's so good. Jason Bateman's awesome as well. The cast is stacked. The storytelling's really good. It's paced really well. Oh my gosh, like the different things that they show. Like, man, I really loved Air. I'll tell you this. I watched Air and I walked out of the theater and I was like, man, I want to buy a pair of Jordans right now. And I went on my
they
phone.
got you.
I was like, dude, I need to buy a pair of Jordans right now.
They
That's-
got you.
that's
that
how
was
good
their
Air
plan
was,
all
bro.
along.
They actually
I
don't care about
walked
the
out.
box office. Just watch out for Jordan sales. They
Dude,
spike.
I bet 100% that Jordan sales have spiked ever since that
Oh,
movie came out. Because
especially on the
such a good story.
the Jordan ones, you know, the Chicago's, the
Yes.
the red,
Oh,
black,
yeah.
and white ones. Oh, I'm sure those are going crazy right now.
Oh yeah, no, but Air, I loved it, man. The writing was good, the acting was great, some really good music too. It was awesome. I'd probably give it like, man, Moneyball is up there for me. I think I'd give Moneyball. Gosh, do I give Moneyball a 9? I really love Moneyball. Moneyball is at least an 8.5 or 9.
You won't. You won't do it.
Air
You
Air
won't
is
do it.
at least. All right, I'm doing it. I'll give my Moneyball.
He
a 9.
did it!
Did
Woo!
it.
Good pressure.
And I'll give Air right now. Seen it one time. I'll give it at least an 8.5. I really, really enjoyed
That's
it.
good. It's a great score.
I thought it was really, really great. So yeah, you guys need to watch that. Super awesome.
great score.
Love it, love it, love it. I think Ben Affleck had a part in directing it. I believe this is one of the few movies.
I
It's
think
him and
I
Matt
think
Damon.
yeah, I was gonna say they're usually partners together, so I think it was
Yeah.
both of them. Yeah.
Him and Matt Damon
So-
started a.
Is this the
company.
first movie for this production company?
They
Yeah,
started a
that's
new
what it was.
production company, and they made it with that.
I know Ben Affleck's directed before. I remember he directed I think it was
Argo.
Live by Night or. Oh, no, there was another one, the Mafia movie with Ben Affleck. I think it was called
Yeah,
Live by Night
yeah,
or
something
Die
by
by
night. Yeah, I know what
That
you're
was
talking
years
about.
ago.
and it's
But I know he
also the
directed that one.
screenwriter.
Yeah.
It's also the screenwriter's first production, first movie as well.
Really?
Impressive,
They
man.
they
man.
they
Wow,
edited
what a-
some,
what a
but I guess
start.
they gave him I forgot his name
Yeah,
on the top of my
what a
head.
start.
But they
No,
gave him
it's-
the credit in the film in the credits.
It was awesome, man. Here, let me look up real quick. Let's see the Rotten Tomatoes score. Okay, so you guys know the Rotten Tomatoes score for it?
I'm gonna
No
say
idea.
I'm gonna say
Yes.
92 critic, 93 audience.
Okay, Ben.
87 critic, 90 audience.
Wow. Robert, you're right on the money with critic. It's a 92.
92?
And the audience, yeah. I don't know if you saw this. That's insane. And the audience is a
I know. I looked at it like a
98.
week ago.
Oh,
And the audience is a
98.
98.
Wow.
See,
That's crazy.
that. 92,
That's
98.
That's wild, man.
wow,
So-
almost 100. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
And let me just,
great.
let me preface
That's
this for
insane.
everybody out there. We're not using Rotten Tomatoes as like the standard for movies.
No.
You know, we're
Yeah.
not saying that Rotten Tomatoes is like the end all be all.
No, absolutely.
It's
You
not
know,
the law.
it has its flaws, by sure.
For sure.
That's just an easy way to get, opinions of what the critics say, what the audience is saying.
That's the best part. Is they contrast.
I just want to put. I just
between the two.
Yeah, I just want to put it out there. I know
Contrast.
people, give a
sure.
lot of crap to Rotten Tomatoes, and I get it, but we're just using it for numbers. That's
No,
it.
when I saw a
Yeah.
review for John Wick 4 from a approved critic
Oh.
that said, unless you just want to see people use unnecessary violence,
Crazy.
not a good movie.
Oh my
Crazy.
I
god.
like more depth. And I'm like, bro, it's the 4th movie in the franchise. We know what we're
Yes.
seeing.
So-
It's not- they're not going
dumb.
to switch it up. Yeah, they're not going to make
you
a
don't.
romantic comedy.
You should not be allowed
Yeah.
to review movies,
or at least watch movies like that you have such a disdain for.
Yeah,
It makes
if you
no
don't.
sense.
If you don't like the genre, don't rate
Yeah,
the
don't
movie.
watch it.
Exactly. But speaking
Gosh,
of
but you
Rotten
know the
Tomatoes,
problem is we're talking about that person now,
Yeah, I know.
which is
You're-
why they're gonna
yeah,
keep
that's why-
doing it.
But speaking of Rotten Tomatoes, their biggest dud, I will always hate them for this. And just like Robert said, it's not the law around here. It's not perfect, but it's a good base, baseline, base stat to kind of just look at. But they have. Do you guys know what Rotten Tomatoes has Forrest Gump as?
72% or 67, right?
72,
72, 73?
76.
It's 71%, man. One of the greatest movies ever.
Yeah.
And the audience, of course, is a 95. But Forrest
I'm trying to
Gump.
think what I'm trying to think what they
That
could
is
what
what?
they could not
It's
like in it.
ridiculous.
Wow.
His voice
mean-
annoyed me.
It's top 10.
Some-
It's top 10 on IMDb, on the top
Exactly.
100. So it's like 71. That's just so obviously it's not perfect, but
Yeah, nah,
it's a
exactly.
good little base to judge things off of. But yeah.
Well, Mamma Mia, guys.
Uh-oh.
Mamma
Yahoo!
Mia.
Mamma mia.
Yahoo! We all saw Mario. Nice. That was good, Javi. That was good.
Thank you.
I don't know if I could do that one. I'm not even gonna try it because it'll. I regretted it immediately. But I can do Yahoo. That's
you
about
go.
it. But we all saw Mario.
You know who can do
And-
all that stuff?
Chris Pratt.
He can.
Dude, definitely top 3, Chris.
At least, yeah. At least.
At least top 3, maybe top 4. Depends who you ask. But no, man, that movie was so much fun.
Yeah, I had a great time.
Oh,
with it.
yeah.
What would
Great
you
time.
rate it, Javi? What do you think?
Man,
We saw it
I
the same day.
enjoyed. Yeah, I enjoyed Mario so much. I really like. It's funny. A few people before I saw it told me that it was like fast paced and stuff like that. And it is a little quick. It's a little quick. I don't think that's necessarily like a terrible thing for it or knock on it. It's a little. It goes through the plot pretty quick. I mean, it's like a Mario game. Like in Mario games, there's not long cutscenes. There's not a lot of dialogue, right?
No.
You're just going from thing to thing, right? So
Yelling,
it was
"Yahoo!"
fast. Yeah, it was fast. Like it was easy to follow. It was quick. It was fun. It was good jokes. I mean, can we talk about the voice acting? I thought the voice acting
so
across
great,
the
man.
board, across the board
Yeah.
was awesome,
Yeah.
man. I mean, Jack Black
Yeah.
killed it as Bowser. I thought Chris
Yeah.
Pratt
Yeah.
did a good job.
Charlie
who
Day
else?
was a great
Undertale-
Luigi.
Oh,
Charlie
everyone
Day
was
did great.
Seth,
Seth
Rogen?
Seth
Seth
Rogen,
Rogen
Anya
as Donkey
Taylor-Joy
Kong?
as Peach.
Oh
I
my
love
gosh.
Peach's character. Yeah,
So
I think
good.
that they actually made her a character.
Yep.
You know, which
Yes.
is
She was
cool.
a total badass.
So yeah, really
That
cool.
was the super cool part.
Which I saw some people complain
I like
about.
how they changed that.
Because of course, yeah. Because
Why wasn't she getting
Yeah.
captured
Yeah, they don't
and
want
being
that,
a little
yeah.
No,
weak
but-
woman
Yeah.
for Mario
mean, at
the
the-
plumber to go save?
If you want that, go play
Yeah.
the game.
go play the game.
The game's still out there.
Wait, that's a
Yeah.
thing.
It's on the Nintendo eShop. I'm pretty sure you can go play it still.
There's a game.
Yeah,
Nah, I thought it was so cool to see her like such a boss, bro. She's like
That was
this
Such a boss,
freaking-
yeah.
She was like Black Widow, you know? She's like a
Yeah.
beast. Like,
Sitting there
so
falling
cool.
asleep while Mario's
Yeah.
trying to take
Yeah.
a glimpse of her level.
Nah, but I'll give it, man. I really enjoyed it. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. I thought it was amazing, honestly. Like I don't think it was perfect, but I thought it was amazing. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I love the ending. How it wasn't just Mario saving the day; it was Mario
Yes,
Yeah.
and Luigi. They both
So
got the
happy
star,
for
and
Luigi.
they both went
Yeah.
off. You know, it wasn't just a
So
Mario
happy for
one man
him.
show.
I
It
do
was
think
it was
they
the
did
brothers.
Luigi way too dirty
Yeah.
for most of that movie.
Well,
'Cause
that's
he
what
was-
that was his little redemption arc. You know,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
gave him a little, they gave him a little love at the end there. I hope they use him more in the next movie for sure. That was the one thing I didn't like. I get why, because he was the whole reason Mario was kind of
Yeah.
doing what he was
Yeah,
doing,
yeah.
but.
'Cause you only ever played as him if you had two players.
So it just makes sense. I think in this next one, because let's be honest, guys, this movie is already the highest grossing video game adaptation of all time in a week.
Highest
It's made, I
grossing
think
animated
it's made-
movie of all time.
Well, no,
It beat
well, I
out
think
Frozen.
I think well, not yet, because I think it's just like it's opening.
No?
in the
Opening, yeah,
opening
yeah,
week.
yeah. That's what I
But
mean.
but
yeah.
I tell you what, it probably will, because I mean, I think Frozen's like a 1 point something billion, or who knows what it's at. But this is gonna pass it. I mean,
Oh man.
It's already
400
at 400 something.
400 million in a
yeah,
week,
in a week.
and this is gonna just do insane numbers. I don't know,
insane, bro.
especially overseas. In Asia,
might hit
this is gonna
2.
do crazy numbers.
Might hit 2
This is
billion.
gonna be nuts. So you already know
maybe.
you already know the sequel's coming. They're gonna do. I really pray
Oh, yeah.
that I keep seeing people post it. I really pray
the
they
Nintendo
do.
Universe.
Yes, I want the NCU. Okay,
Oh.
make it happen. I want
We
a
need it.
Legend
I
of
want
Zelda.
a Super Smash Bros.
I want
Oh.
yes. Listen. They need to do a Legend of Zelda movie, then a Metroid movie, then I'm trying to think of all the other properties.
Isn't it Star Fox?
Kirby, Star Fox.
Star Fox,
They can do
bro.
all,
Star
they can
Fox
do all that,
movie?
and then lead it into a Super Smash Brothers movie.
Pokemon.
Pokemon,
Bro.
the Avengers, dude.
They have
listen,
their own Avengers.
the whole road is already paved.
Yeah.
It's done. Every movie they make is gonna do insane number. This is how powerful Nintendo is. People don't
Yeah,
realize
yeah.
how much draw does. Okay, you think about Sonic being such a huge character he is, and
Yeah.
having 2 movies that were good that came out.
Mario's bigger.
It already grossed more than both of those movies did,
Oh, yeah.
and it's only been out for a week. So you talk
Yeah.
about
Oh,
a
yeah.
powerhouse of that Nintendo has with these characters, especially with Mario. Listen, I keep saying listen. I'm so passionate about this. I guess they're gonna have
I'll
this whole.
listen.
Thank you. They're gonna have this whole franchise. They're gonna do multiple sequels. I cannot wait to see who they cast as Wario.
Pedro
And-
Pascal, Pedro
and
Pascal,
I
Pedro
saw
Pascal,
that, yeah.
Pedro Pascal.
Wario and Waluigi, the Koopalings. There's so many other characters
Yeah.
in this universe that they can cast. I cannot
so
wait for
much.
it. And I tell you what, one thing that was cool that's happening. Jack Black is having a moment, guys.
Oh my
He
gosh.
is everywhere. People are all about Jack Black, and I think that's another guy in Hollywood that
Resurgence?
yes, and it couldn't happen for a better guy. I didn't realize he hadn't been in a movie in like 4 years.
Yeah, Mario
Yeah,
is his
that's
Pulp
crazy.
Fiction
which
for John Travolta.
Oh my gosh.
so it was so cool to see him getting all this praise and love now, because he deserves it, man. He
Yeah.
is such
Heck yeah.
a versatile actor.
Love Jack Black.
People don't give him enough love for how good of an actor he is. He's done
Yes.
every kind of role you can think of.
Yeah.
what I've been
Every
saying.
different categories on kids movies, dramas. So it's so cool to see him have
and
this.
he doesn't
and
always play Jack Black.
No, he doesn't know.
There
He
you
can
go.
actually. He has.
He
a
knows
little
how
bit,
to act.
He has a little bit of range.
Got
some
Yeah.
You know,
He's
But
Mark
no, I-
Wahlberg, take notes.
I really liked it. I think I
love
give
you,
it.
Mark.
I think I'd give it like a 7.5 or 8 out of 10. I thought it was really fun. It did exactly what it needed to do. It was never going to be this super deep narrative piece because it's Super
Yeah.
Mario. Look back at any Super Mario game. The
Yeah.
stories are never that deep because let's be honest, it is aimed at kids for the most part. You know, so let's be
Yeah.
real here.
It's a kids movie.
Let's be real here, especially in the games are always aimed at well, not really aimed at low audience, but it's made for all ages. So of course, you're not going to make it this super big, deep, immersive narrative. If you want that, you have other games that can do that, but that's not what Mario has ever been. So I think it did exactly what it needed to do. I like the changes it made, where how it had it where, you had like Brooklyn was its its own thing, and then the Mushroom Kingdom was its own thing. I like how they had these different universes and they all set
Yeah.
up together. I thought that was really cool to see
It was smart.
Bowser fight Mario and Luigi on the streets of Brooklyn.
Yeah, on the
I thought that
streets
was
of Brooklyn.
I thought that was awesome. So I loved it, man. I had a great time with it. What would you give it, Ben?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I think it's at least an 8,
Yeah.
8.5.
Yeah.
I think it's around there.
yeah.
I mean, it's a kids movie, but like obviously we all played the Mario games. I'm a
Yeah.
betting man.
Oh,
Who hasn't?
you know,
Exactly. Who hasn't?
I was always jealous of my friend Josh because he had a Nintendo 64 and could play with his siblings and friends, and I had a Game Boy, so I could only play one-player games. So I played Mario.
Typical Josh.
Typical Josh.
Yeah.
And then-
Always had to one up everybody.
But
Man.
I found out later in life that he was the opposite. He was always jealous that I had a single-player game while he had the thing he had to share with his siblings. So it's all
that's
about
funny.
perspective.
I tell you what, that's a good quote for life. All about perspective.
Shout out Josh.
Shout out Josh.
Shout out Josh. But yeah, Mario was like the first and I think the main game I ever played.
Well,
on
sure,
my
for
Game
most
Boy
people,
was just
yeah.
Mario. And then I evolved to the DS and
Yeah.
I played some Call of Duty and some other games. But Mario Kart was the main game I
dude,
played on the
yes,
DS,
sir.
and I thought
Yep.
they hit all the fan service I wanted.
Yeah. It's
Come on.
great.
One thing they missed
What?
when people fell off the map. Where's the guy on the cloud with the fishing net? Okay, come on.
To lift it back up.
Come on,
I'm
put it
surprised. I'm surprised,
I wish
I'm
they
surprised they
showed
didn't do
that.
it at least once for
One
just,
time.
for just a
Yeah,
gag. I'm
that
surprised they
would've
didn't do
been
that.
funny.
That's funny. Yeah, that's
Do
funny.
it and then do it when someone falls off in the beginning, and then maybe have one of Bowser's guys kill it.
Yeah.
Or,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, just have it once. Yeah.
I love. Honestly, now that I just had my brain went numb. But what are those little spiky things called?
The blue shells?
No, the spiky creatures that Bowser's like, and whatever you guys are.
Oh, you think I know? He didn't even know.
Man, I knew the name. I used to know it.
I don't know the name.
Spiky.
But I love that he was just like, and whatever you things
Yeah,
are.
no, I
And
love.
it's
Yeah, I thought.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought they poked fun at it,
And,
That's right.
man, that was such a fun movie, and I mean, I need the full song.
Oh man, you know there's a music video.
Is it a
Yeah.
full song?
I think so. I don't know how long it is.
I,
but
yeah,
It's on Spotify
no,
yet?
It's
Yeah,
on
it's on
Spotify. It's on
Spotify,
Spotify. It's
and-
like a
and
minute
Jack
something.
Black-
Yeah.
Jack Black has a music video of it. He's just
Yeah,
dancing
yeah.
around, singing
That
about
was
songs
awesome.
about peaches. It's so
Dude,
good.
Yeah,
so good,
It's
dude.
amazing. That was the cool
It's
part
so
though, because
good.
we like you said, we grow up watching, watching and playing these games. So to see all these different characters
Oh,
and
yeah.
enemies, and the music
Done
was
so well.
so awesome.
so good.
That was
Mm-hmm.
one of my favorite parts. Was the music. They took music from like every different Mario game.
Yeah.
Like at
Yeah.
one point you're hearing all these this music, and they actually had the original voice of Mario in it. I don't know if you guys heard him, but he was there
Yes.
in the shop when he was playing the arcade game, and then at the end he came out again.
Giuseppe, yeah.
Immediately when I heard him, I was like, "Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
the guy.
that
That's the
was cool to
original
see.
Mario."
Yeah.
So that was
I missed
awesome.
that.
But
Dang, shame on me.
So-
Gotta go
so-
watch it again in my Mario suit.
yeah, you hear
Be
it
a better
immediately.
Oh,
No,
you
but
know
that
it.
was
Yeah,
so good.
yeah.
yeah. It's so good, man. I loved it.
Oh, it was so much fun. So much fun. All right, well, I think it was a pretty good recap. It's a good month and a
That's
half,
good,
good
yeah.
2 months for movies.
We
Shout
have
out
more-
to
we have-
March and April.
We have more coming up for sure.
Yeah, we gotta go see
Mhm.
Paint,
Yep.
and we gotta go see Air.
Yep.
Javi's gotta see
Oh,
John Wick.
another thing I want to say is I
Oh.
loved, man, when they're driving on Rainbow Road. That was awesome. Come on, dude. That was
yeah.
sick.
Oh, so good.
Just to
Just-
see
yeah,
them
just
on
good
Rainbow
fan service,
Road.
man. Yeah.
Ah, that
Great-
was so
great
so.
fan
Oh, and
sick.
shout out to Keegan, Michael Key.
Oh, greatest.
As
Greatest
Yes,
Toad.
yes,
So
yeah. He was awesome.
He always kills it, man. He always
He
kills
was
it.
super
yeah.
funny.
When
I love
pulled
when,
up, when Toad pulled
Yes!
up in the big old monster truck.
I was about to
Yeah.
say that. Yeah.
That was good, yeah.
Bro, I was
My wife
dying.
was so funny. She looked
That was
over at me
good.
and went,
Bro. Stop.
Well, of course. Look at him.
Yeah, he's like, a foot tall.
Look at him. What do you expect, poor guy?
But
Oh, gosh.
he rocked it, bro. He rocked that big old truck.
He did, man.
I wish we saw some more. One of the fan favorites, some more Yoshi. But I don't know if you guys saw the end credits.
Oh, of course.
Both of them.
I was
There's
hyped.
The little hatching,
I was hyped.
the egg hatching. So obviously, I
Yep.
think we're gonna see a lot more Yoshi in the future. So that's exciting.
Well, that's
Oh,
what they
yeah.
did. That's like they did that with Sonic in the first movie. They didn't show Tails
exactly.
at all, and then they did like the in
And
credits.
then and then they have Shadow coming in whenever they do the third one.
if
Yeah,
they do the third one, did it make enough money to make the third one?
that's a good question. That's a good question.
They should,
Probably
because I
will.
feel like, because I'm pretty sure didn't Nintendo buy Sega? Because
Because
I know Sonic is in the Super Smash Bros. Games, so he can.
I don't know if they bought him. I think they just kind of worked out a deal.
Leased him.
I don't know if they bought him.
If
or
they
not.
make a Super Smash Bros. Game, they should throw Sonic and Shadow in there. I'd love to see Shadow shoot someone.
Oh, that'd be great crossover. Great crossover.
Well, we
Dude.
got some segments for all
Hit
the
it.
fans today.
Hit it.
All 20, 40, whatever you guys are of you guys.
40, 49.
Oh,
Yes,
we're almost at
sir.
50. Hey, like and subscribe
Yeah.
in
Get
the
us,
middle of the
baby.
video. What's up,
Get
YouTube?
us to 50.
Best movie podcast.
50
in the world,
bomb,
baby.
50
Come on.
burger. Well,
That's awesome.
I'll go first.
Did it?
Okay, I wanted to do Ben's 10, but I couldn't think of a Ben's 10 for this topic because I try to stay topic centric. So I was on TikTok and I didn't send you guys this TikTok,
Okay.
so I could use it against you right now.
Perfect.
So shout out to Movies Are Therapy on TikTok.
Oh, yes. I like that account.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh,
maybe.
I
I've
like that
seen that.
account.
Maybe you know the answers. I have a question for you. I have a list of the top 10 all-time grossing directors. And I want to see how
Wow.
many of y'all you can guess. You don't got to guess all 10. Just try to guess
Top
5.
10? Okay. You want to go one at a time?
I have
Robert?
I have the top 10. Yeah, one at a time.
I already know. I know. I feel like the easy one is the Russo brothers.
Okay. Now your turn, Javi. He's on the list.
Okay, I was gonna say it
They
has
are,
to be.
sorry.
Yeah.
They're number
James
3.
James
Yeah,
Cameron.
he's surprised.
Number,
Oh my God! Yeah, that's number one, right?
number 2.
Number
Oh, duh.
Whoa.
Christopher Nolan.
He's
somewhere up there, right?
number 7.
Okay, I was gonna have to be up there. Number one. I'm trying to think who's made a bunch of.
All right, you're up,
movies.
Javi.
Oh
Good
my
job,
gosh.
guys.
What's this guy's name? Son
Oh,
of
that
a
guy.
gun. I can't remember his name, so I'm just gonna say, since I can't remember him, I'm gonna say Plan B. Is Tarantino on that?
He is not even close.
Wow, not even close. Yeah, I guess he doesn't have
Scorsese?
too many movies.
Scorsese's not on there either.
That was my next guess. Oh my gosh, what is this? Okay, Steven
Okay.
Spielberg. Steven Spielberg.
Number
Oh.
1. Number 1, Steven Spielberg.
1 and 2,
Why did I
baby.
forget him? Why
Let's
did I
go.
forget
Javi?
him?
Let's
Why
go.
did I forget
Okay,
him?
that's that guy I was trying to think of. I knew for sure they'd be on the list. Gosh, 10.
So you got
many
1,
we
2,
got?
3, and 7. You have 1, 2, 3, and 7. You have 4 out of 10.
Because Nolan was 7.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Dang. This is.
I might
Now
start.
now it's getting hard. We said the easy, the kind of the
Yeah.
ones we know.
All right, I'll give
now
you
it's
another hint. Okay, and let me give you a hint before I give you a direct hint. Some of these directors don't probably deserve to be on the list.
Oh sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to think
So
of.
think
kinda
of your big
oddballs.
selling franchises and go with those.
Okay,
directors,
Michael
'cause-
Bay.
Bada bing. That's the one I was gonna hit you on. It's number 5.
Yeah, no,
Let's-
obviously
Number
Nolan.
Michael
5.
Bay's top 5 all time.
Number
That makes sense
5.
because he's
Those
made so many,
Transformers, the
top-
Ninja Turtles.
he's made so many big popcorn movies. You know, that people go to watch.
Wow,
for
that
sure.
makes sense.
Yep. So he's number 5 with $6.495 billion.
So Steven Spielberg's number 1.
with
James Cameron's number
$10.7 billion. James
Wow.
Cameron's number 2 with $8.687 billion.
Highest grossing directors.
Joe and Anthony Russo are 6.8
Off of like 3 movies.
off of. Yeah. Yeah, well, when you do 4 billion right
Hey,
there, you know,
yeah,
2 movies, you got
yeah.
$4
Doesn't
billion.
take much.
Is Josh Whedon on that?
Nope.
I was
No,
gonna say,
'cause he
yeah,
did
that-
the
that's-
Avengers.
That's
I
actually
was
not
like,
bad. That's not.
maybe
That's not
1
a
and
bad
2,
pick,
but
Yeah,
yeah.
that's not bad.
Like,
Nice
maybe.
guess. All right.
dang. After that, I'm
I
not
think
sure.
we're gonna need help. That's so
Some
tough.
Okay, I'll
Some
give you another
hints?
hint. I don't want to give you too much. Directed a Star Wars movie or a couple. A few, I think.
Oh my gosh, George
He's been
Lucas?
involved.
Have we said
No,
George Lucas?
Not George Lucas,
What's
actually,
his name?
somehow.
He did Star Trek too, didn't he?
Wait,
I
how is
couldn't
George
tell you.
Lucas
I think
not on?
maybe. Because back
Oh,
in the old days.
oh my
this guy's
gosh.
name?
Oh,
He's
son
done
of a
Star
gun.
Wars. He's done Star Trek. What?
Justin Jefferson is a hint.
Oh, is Peter Jackson there? No.
Yes, number 4.
Let's go.
Really?
Peter Jackson, number 4.
Okay, damn it! I need to get one.
Justin
okay.
Jefferson.
No. What? What does that even mean?
J. Jettas.
Abrams.
J.J. Abrams.
There
That's
you go.
the
That's who was on.
guy.
I knew that's who you were thinking. But
I got it all on my own. No help.
So he's number 8. All right.
No hints.
So
Okay.
I think I'll spoil the rest.
Yeah, just
'cause
get the
at
rest
that
out.
point,
Yeah.
after you got Peter Jackson and we got J.J. Abrams out of the way, number
Uh-huh.
10, Ridley Scott.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 9, Tim Burton.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Makes sense.
Okay, 8 is J.J. Abrams. 7 is Christopher Nolan. 6 is David Yates. Harry Potter.
Oh. There you think about those.
Michael Bay,
Dang.
obviously.
That's obvious.
Pardon me? Is 5, and then number 4 is Peter Jackson. 3 of the Russo brothers. 2 James Cameron, and number 1 is Steven Spielberg.
Wow.
But I will say, James Cameron, I think, has half as many movies as Steven Spielberg,
that's
and
the
is
thing.
only
Yeah.
like
if,
2
if you-
billion off.
If you looked at like average per movie,
Oh, it's James Cameron, by a
Cameron,
mile.
yeah.
Maybe the Russo brothers.
they'd be pretty
They'd
close.
be
yeah.
close.
Yeah.
Bro,
But yeah, no,
he's
it would
OP.
be James Cameron.
Wow.
O.P. Yeah, so that was it was a fun little game. I enjoyed.
that
I
was
enjoyed
good.
watching
I
you
like
guys go
that.
through
I
that.
like that.
That-
Yeah, I like
that
that.
was
Shout
a
out
good
to
list,
once
man.
again, Movies Are Therapy TikTok.
Yeah, we love movies and therapy.
I'll
Shout out
tag
their
you when I
account.
post
Yes,
this.
Yes.
that was a good list. Dang.
Well,
All right.
I think Javi's got to ask.
Javi, do you have to ask
Oh
something?
man, I always got stuff to ask you guys. All right, we're back, baby, with another iteration of Javi's Gotta Ask, baby. I
Uh-oh.
really love doing these. This is just so much fun.
I love seeing how similar Robert and I are.
I know.
Because I really thought me and
We're on
Javi
a
were the
good
ones
roll.
that were similar, but
Dude,
we're like
you guys-
the same thought process.
We're on a roll right now.
I think
we are.
I think there's only been one time where you guys like disagree.
Yeah.
Maybe if.
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so so we just looked at a ranking. I want you guys to make a few rankings. All right.
Okay.
Shout out to Blake's Takes. They love making rankings, and I want to
Yeah.
do this with you guys.
Love Blake's takes.
So
Let's go, Blake.
the first ranking,
Bars.
I thought of a few movies, and I want you guys to rank these movies. All right, 1 to 5. All right, one being
oh wow.
the one you think is the best. All right, 5th, the one you think the worst. Your list might be different. We'll see. Maybe it's the same. You guys somehow agree again, but
That'd be crazy.
we're gonna do this. Okay. So rank these movies in order from 1 to 5. First movie is Ready Player One,
Okay.
and I'm not gonna tell you what the next movie is
Okay.
without
you
knowing the
son
next
of a
movie.
Biscuit.
Without knowing the
I'm-
next movie,
okay,
rank
yeah,
rank
yeah.
Ready Player One.
You gonna just say it? 3, 2,
Uh,
1.
All right. 3, 2, 1,
4. No.
Oh my gosh.
It was good. But I
Okay.
don't think it's gonna be
All
top.
right. What's the next one? All right. So I got
All right. Okay. Dang, we got some bangers here. Maybe I put too many good movies. We'll see.
No, that makes it harder. That's good. That makes it tougher.
I love
It's
it. I
all
love
fun
it.
and games. So
Yeah.
I put my favorite movie all
Yeah.
time at number 5.
All right. All right. Next movie. You got both of you have Ready Player One number 4. Next movie is Dunkirk.
See,
Where do you
I
want to
really
put
like
Dunkirk?
I really
It's a
like
good movie.
Dunkirk.
A nice little Christopher Nolan movie. We're just talking about him. Where do you want to put that movie? You got Ready Player One at 4, both of you. Do you want to? Is it higher? Is it better,
See,
or is
but
it worse?
You scare me by saying that you got a bunch of bangers on there.
That's a little nerve-wracking.
all right, I'm ready. 1, 2, 3. 3.
Oh my god!
So 3 and 4. 3 and 4 locked in. All right.
I don't think Ready Player One is better than Dunkirk, but
No, there has to be something worse than
Yeah.
Ready Player One. Yeah. All right, go,
I'd
Javi,
agree
go.
with you guys there. All right, next one. Nope.
never saw it. So 5.
You never saw Nope?
Never saw it.
Oh man, I made this.
It's on my
like,
list.
I was like, oh, you guys have seen these movies for sure. Okay, so you. Put
So
5.
I think for me then I'm gonna put, man.
you gotta
Yeah,
put it.
I
5,
can't put
2,
it
or
5,
1?
so I can't put it 5, so I'll put it at 2. So I got
Wow,
2,
yeah,
2,
that's
3,
a
2,
good
3,
pick.
4. Well,
Oh my gosh,
I like
Ben.
Nope a lot. Yeah.
It's
on my list. It's on my list.
Yeah, it's really
I
good.
almost watched it the other day, but then I started to.
All right. Next movie, Wolf of Wall Street.
Easy. Oh, not easy. Too many bangers.
Okay, so
I mean, I only got 1 and 2
Ben,
left.
you have 1 and 2. Robert has 1 and what else?
5.
And 1 and 5.
1 and 5. Wow, you
That's
putting Wolf
tough
of Wall
for
Street
him.
1 or 5?
This is called being between a rock and a hard place right now. Damn man, I feel like I'm gonna fumble the bag so hard. I gotta put it at 1 though.
Okay,
I feel
all
like-
right.
So at first I'm like,
So you got 1 and 2.
I was like, Javi's definitely gonna put Forrest Gump on this list. I'm like, you know what? No, he's not.
I
So,
thought of that, but
I'm
that
gonna-
would be too predictable.
I was gonna say before you say no, I'm telling myself now you're not gonna do it, and I'm putting it at 1.
Okay, so you're putting what was it?
You got
Wolf of
a
Wall
1.
Street's 1. I have
Wolf of
2
Wall
open. Dunkirk player 1,
Alright.
and then nope.
So
So-
so whatever you get say next is my worst one.
So
your
this is
second.
number 5 for Robert, and this is number 2 for Ben, which is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I can live with that.
I'm okay with that.
There you go. Okay.
I'm
All right.
See,
All right.
I wasn't the biggest fan. I thought it was good,
You're good. You can leave.
but I wasn't the biggest fan of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So I'm cool with that. I can live with that.
Really? Well, what would you rate it? What would you give it? What would you rate it?
I would put it over Dunkirk and Ready Player 1.
I'd probably.
Yeah, me
well,
too.
you know, it's funny. You say that you say that. I would put it over Ready Player 1, obviously. But in
Even
terms
though
of,
I did like
scared
Ready Player
I was scared it was gonna be a really good movie. I was gonna say.
Some perfect movie.
But I mean, I'd probably rate that like a 7
Okay.
for Once Upon a
Oh,
Time in
wow.
Hollywood.
So the first
I
time
give
I
it-
watched it, I probably give it a 6. But then when I knew what the movie was about and watched it again, I thought it was at least an 8. But I
Interesting.
get why
Yeah.
people don't like it. It is kind of slow paced and there's a
I
lot
give
of
it at
driving
least an
feet,
8. I like it. I like it.
But
All
I
right.
liked it a lot more once I knew what it was about. Do we
Oh,
get
we're
another
gonna
one for
make.
us?
We're gonna wake. Yeah, I got 2 more. 2 more little fun games. Okay. All right.
Fun games.
Let's make one more ranking. This time it's not gonna be movies. It's gonna be actors. All right. So I
Okay.
want you guys to rank these actors from 1 to 5. All right. And I'm not telling you the next one. All right. It's one at a time. So number 1, Jared Leto.
5.
5.
Nice.
Good
Good job.
I think I gotta keep him there. Yeah, not my favorite.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, Dallas Buyers Club is great, but outside of
But
that,
that's
I don't
really
know.
it. Yeah.
Sorry,
All
Jared.
right. Next one, Johnny Depp.
4.
Ooh, that's crazy.
Ooh.
I'm
Ben
gonna
said
go-
that's crazy.
I'm-
There's no way you go
Say-
4, Ben.
Just
no,
say
I'm not
4.
going 4. I'm
You
2 or
won't-
3.
You won't do it.
I'm going 3.
3. Okay.
3. All right. Will Ferrell.
4.
Damn, 3. Yeah, 3.
Yeah, you like Will Ferrell more than Johnny Depp, don't you?
I don't have it. I don't. Well, honestly, yes, I do. I'll take
As
that.
an-
Whoa.
Yeah, yeah.
Will Ferrell?
Okay, that's
Oh.
But here's the thing. When I look at an actor, I look at their whole body of work, and I've seen a lot more of Johnny Depp that I don't like that I have liked. Maybe his highest highs are higher than Will Ferrell.
For sure.
I'd probably say confidently that,
I mean,
that
I
they
guess-
are. But it's just all the stuff on the bottom and the middle that just really turned me off about him.
I mean,
It's
I
just-
hear you. I
it's
get-
just that, and that's
That's
yeah.
the
It's
beauty
just
of opinions. I
yeah.
mean, I just
Dang.
think Johnny
Dang.
Depp's. I thought I'm ranking this as like the best actor. Who's gonna give me a better performance?
Sure.
And I don't think Will Ferrell's ever given a Johnny Depp
Well,
level performance.
I
in his life.
also
I love Will Ferrell.
I also don't have a choice because he's already 4. So even if I disagreed, I don't have a choice. He's 3.
That's true, but you were the one that said I agree with
I
this
know.
anyway.
All right, Javi, what's next?
Finally, I'm getting you guys to debate. Somehow.
I know, yeah.
But I would definitely side with Ben on this one. I think Johnny Depp is definitely a better actor than Will Ferrell.
mean, Will Ferrell's Will
has
Ferrell
plenty
in
of
every movie.
plenty of funny,
Oh.
plenty of fun movies. You know.
He's hilarious.
All right, next, Sandra Bullock.
Oh, okay, I'll go 2.
What do I have left? Oh, I have 1 and 2. Yeah, so 2.
I also have 1.
All right.
2. This guy.
So this
I'm
is
not
both
upset
of your
about that
number
either.
ones.
Yes.
This is both. Wow, so you guys like saving your ones for last.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna keep this in
Oh.
mind for the future rankings.
Oh, yeah, exactly. He's gonna trip us up.
All right,
what's
so
one?
number one for both you guys is Jennifer Lawrence.
I can live with it.
Hey, I'm trying to think. She might be the most
Honestly,
accomplished.
She's a very good actor.
Sandra
She's
Bullock
a
has
really
an
good
Oscar.
actor.
What does she?
She won for Gravity,
Gravity? Okay.
She definitely has a
which I just
nomination.
watched this week.
It's a good one.
Such a
Yeah,
good
we like
movie.
Gravity. Okay.
Now, in
I'm not mad
hindsight,
at that.
if I had this list going forward,
I know, yeah.
I'd probably go Johnny Depp,
Yeah.
and then
That
maybe
was
Sandra
good.
Bullock, and then maybe Lawrence, and then Will Ferrell, and then Jared Leto. I love Will Ferrell. Probably my favorite comedian in comedy movies.
I get it.
But I know people say comedy's harder to act than drama
Yes.
and stuff, but I also feel like when you're good at comedy, I feel like it's the easiest one to be a lead
Easiest
at.
for you, sure.
Mm.
All right, Javi,
Good,
what's
that's
next?
good. Okay, so we're gonna play a little game.
Want to
with
play a game?
Some actors. All right, I'm gonna give you guys the name of an actor, and I want you to tell me if they're overrated, properly rated, or underrated. Okay, we've never done this on the podcast, so I really
Do
want
it-
to do this with you guys. All right.
Do it quick to try and trip us up.
Okay. All right.
Keep
So
it
first
fast, so
one.
we got to be
So
quick.
we have 3 seconds to
Yep.
respond.
Yep.
Like
All right.
Yeah.
Start
So
the countdown immediately.
overrated, underrated, or properly rated? Brie Larson.
Properly.
Properly.
Okay.
She won an
Brie
Oscar,
Larson,
bro,
properly.
and she's done some great work.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that. All right. Overrated, underrated, or properly rated? John Cena.
Underrated.
Overrated.
Oh, I like that. All right.
You like that?
Overrated. I like that. All right. Overrated, underrated, or properly rated? J.K. Simmons.
Oh,
Underrated.
Underrated.
Ooh, 100%, baby. Come on.
So
I
good.
like that.
Just watch
All right.
Whiplash and you'll know. So good.
Yes,
Any
sir.
Spider-Man movie.
Any Spider movie, yeah.
All right. Overrated, underrated, or properly rated? Cillian Murphy.
Underrated.
Oh. I feel like he gets. I'm gonna say properly.
I
I feel like he gets. I feel like. Well, no, I'd say that because I feel like he gets a lot of love. I feel like.
Really?
I think a lot of people give Cillian Murphy love. So I think he's properly rated.
Okay.
Fair enough.
And that's less of like about his ability, but more so just like I feel like he gets that notoriety. You know what I mean? Because I think he is that guy, and I feel like people.
I
talk
feel like
about
he's
him
an A-list level actor that's talked about in the level of a B-list level actor.
I could see that.
He
yeah,
is, I mean-
I could see that because he doesn't do a bunch of like
Big
in your
things.
face
He
stuff.
doesn't
He
do
you know,
big
doesn't.
things.
He
it's
doesn't have a
smaller,
lot of
so
big box office movies.
We'll see after Oppenheimer. We'll
Yeah,
see how
we'll
it goes
see.
with that. That might be what gets him into like the general public
Like
side.
he was
but-
great in A Quiet Place 2. And I mean, if you guys have ever watched Peaky Blinders, bro.
Oh,
he
yeah,
is-
he
he
is
PK
is him.
Blinders.
He is
Yeah.
him in Peaky
Yeah.
Blinders. I absolutely love him
No.
in Peaky Blinders.
no
So,
fight. What does it say? No, when they're at the event. No fighting.
dude, I love him. That's actually, I don't know if you guys know this, but the reason why he's in A Quiet Place 2 is because John Krasinski loved Peaky Blinders so much. He
Yeah.
binged it in a few weeks, and he literally called
That
Cillian
makes
Murphy
sense.
up. He's like, hey, I want you to audition for this. And boom, he put him in A Quiet
that
Place
makes
2.
sense.
That's awesome.
All right.
Shout out John Krasinski.
Yeah, shout out John Krasinski. He is underrated. Come on, baby.
He's him.
Yeah, he is him. All right, last one.
Oh, shoot.
Overrated, underrated, or properly rated?
I feel like I know where you're gonna go with this, but maybe I don't.
Bro, I don't even know where I'm going with this, to be honest with you.
Oh.
Ooh, this is a good one. This is the boy. This is him, literally. This
I was
is
gonna say
this is
Toby.
why this is why we do what we do. Okay. Carl Urban.
Oh no. Oi!
Boy.
Underrated.
Boy. Yeah, I gotta go underrated.
That was good. Man. That was
Underrated.
good, Robert. He
Oi.
is underrated.
Oi.
He is underrated. All right, that's all I got. That was awesome. That's all I got.
I definitely thought you were gonna go
Great
Mark
job,
Wahlberg.
Javi. Great.
Yeah, really? No.
Just because of our conversation
Yes.
earlier in the week.
Me and
Great.
Ben had a long conversation. If basically is Mark Wahlberg a good actor? And I was saying Mark Wahlberg.
interesting.
I was saying Mark Wahlberg is a good actor, and Ben was saying no because he does the same guy in like every movie.
He's the
I'll-
same
I'll-
box as Ryan Reynolds and The Rock and all those guys.
I'll say, here's my take on it. I think he's a good actor who doesn't take the best roles.
Whoa. Okay.
Because-
we never talked about that.
In defense of him, his performance in the Departed, incredible.
There you go. Come on.
Love him.
But how many
Love him
times
in
have you
that.
seen him be a tough guy from Boston? He's
But
literally
again,
a tough guy from Boston.
But I think that's because of I think he's just been typecast like that. You know, I feel like it's. I think that's kind of what happened.
That's
but
true.
but
It
that's
might
why
not be all his fault.
I think it's more so just to his like maybe it's not his fault, but just like just the roles that has selected have all kind of been in that vein. So maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true.
What
If
do
he-
I know?
If directors are like, I need a tough guy from
might be
Boston, and
true.
they call Mark
Yeah,
Wahlberg,
why not?
it's not his fault for doing what he's
Yeah.
told. But I just feel like from what I've seen, and I've seen a lot.
Yeah.
I have seen
I could see
a
that.
lot of his movies. And he's the same
I
guy.
can
in
see
every
that.
movie,
It-
which
it
is
might
fine.
not
Like
be-
I love
It is,
Ryan
yeah.
Reynolds,
Might be all
but
his
he's
fault.
Ryan Reynolds.
He's Ryan Reynolds every time. Yeah, especially,
know?
especially at this
But-
point. He's never not gonna be Ryan Reynolds in a film.
I just feel like it's disrespectful when you put him on the same level as The Rock, bro. Like, come on, dude. Mark Wahlberg is obviously a better actor than The Rock.
that's a little much.
When I say that, I just mean like the guys that are themselves in every movie.
I think you should apologize.
but
Okay,
Robert,
but
I get what you mean. Though.
I
get what
mean,
you
it's.
mean,
I mean, yeah, there
I
are
get what
some
you mean.
people that can do more. Like, yeah, I would definitely say Mark Wahlberg can
Yeah.
do way more than The Rock. I'm just saying, in a sense,
get you.
they're both actors who are themselves all the time.
have-
Like,
have-
if I was in a movie and I was the same me that you see every day and
Oh,
talk
I
to
get
every
what
week,
you mean, yeah.
you're gonna be like, this guy's got no depth.
Yeah,
that's what he's like
I-
every Tuesday.
I get what you mean.
You know, and that's just what I mean by that. It's not that he's a bad actor. It just
No.
means like he's not a great
I
actor.
get what you're
That's
saying.
fair.
I'm catching what you're dropping.
Robert, have you seen Patriots Day with Mark
no,
Wahlberg?
I haven't.
Okay.
No, I've heard good things about it. I haven't
It's a
seen
good-
it.
it's a
I-
good
I did
movie.
say
You guys
that's
gotta check
what-
that out. That's a good one with him.
I did say that's one of the ones I haven't seen. I haven't seen that one or Lone Survivor,
Oh, I've seen.
There's a few good
but
ones.
I've seen like almost all of his other ones.
But yeah, but that's all I got for Javi's Gotta Ask this week,
Hey,
boys.
great rendition.
Come on.
That was
come
fun.
on.
Lots
That's
of fun
one,
games.
man. We always have fun, baby. All right,
And
what's
then,
next, baby?
well, that's I think that's all she wrote for today.
Come
episode.
on.
You know, that was fun.
Great
It was a fun
episode.
one.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, we're gonna try something new next week.
Hello.
Make sure you tune in. We're gonna do it called Hangout Session.
Yes.
We're
Just
just
a
gonna
hangout.
we're gonna
Just
come.
hang
We're just
out.
gonna vibe.
Just kick
you know?
back, hang out, talk the stuff we love.
Argue about Mark Wahlberg. And
Yes.
Argue,
It will continue. Yeah.
Debates,
More things.
questions,
More things left to say about it. Yeah.
rankings.
Maybe we'll just send some hot takes in our group chat and find out which ones we can disagree with, so we can
Yeah.
have some
Let's do it.
flat out wrong opinions or right opinions.
Let's
you know.
do it. I love it.
All right. Well,
gonna be
I
good.
don't know if there's much more to say other than oi,
Oi!
Oi. See you next week.
oi. Like and subscribe.
There you go.